What's up guys, how's it going? In today's video, I'm going to be bringing in my Tesla Model 3 for a tire rotation to the local Mazda dealership. Now this is really convenient for me because the closest Tesla service station is about 3 hours away. So because this is just a regular tire rotation, I found out that the local Mazda dealer can handle these types of maintenance requests. They've been kind enough to allow me into the garage to kind of videotape things, so that's what this video is going to be about. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. Alright, so after I arrived at the dealership, I went to the service desk to meet Munir, the service manager, and he was already prepared for me and had all my paperwork ready. The cool thing was that you do an online check-in, so all of my information, my car kilometers, my license plate, and all my information for my Tesla Model 3 was in his system during the online check-in. So it's just a matter of dropping off my key card so that the mechanics can get in and out of the car. Now you'll notice one thing that I was really impressed with, that a lot of dealerships do, in fact do, is they protect your seats. Now, I have the white interior, so I am more concerned and worried about them getting dirty. So you can see they wrapped the steering wheel, they wrapped the handles, the turning signals, and the seats. So that was very much appreciated, and I really like that little extra care. The mechanic drove it into the garage. They did have a pretty high-end lift. The car was a little bit low to the ground, so they just had to be extra cautious not to scrape the bottom of the vehicle, obviously, because it is completely battery under there and you don't want to puncture the underside. Once they got the car up on the lift, they inserted the pucks. So these pucks are required for a Tesla. They're like hockey pucks with a little nipple on them. You get 4 of them, and there are specific places that they go into. Now, keep in mind, if you are doing this yourself, you need those pucks because you can't just put a jack underneath the side of the vehicle, because again, you will puncture your battery. But if you decide not to go to a Tesla service station, like I did, you need to ensure that you and or the station has those pucks. Okay? The last thing you want is the lift puncturing that battery. So there was extra precaution taken to make sure that the pucks were safely installed. And as you can see, as the car gets lifted, those pucks absorb all that weight and they kind of squish, but it's like it's floating there a little bit, if you will, for lack of better words. The car is floating on those pucks safely and securely. As far as the actual rotating the tires, that's pretty straightforward. Apparently there is not a crisscross pattern, it's just front to back. Want the tires with the most amount of tread in the back. If you have the rear wheel drive version that I have, because I have the 2021 Standard Range Plus model, which is one motor in the back. So I can't speak on behalf of the other versions that are all-wheel drive, but what they did was they took the left front, so the left driver tire, and put it to the rear driver side, and then they took the passenger front tire and swapped it to the rear passenger and brought the backs to the front. My particular tires are non-directional, so they can be placed anywhere, but again, we just moved the tires from the front to the back and the back to the front and kept the tires on the same side. Now once the service was done, I actually put my finger in the groove just to test, and after 14,000 kilometers and 1 year of ownership, there was definitely a difference between the treads. And I can only suspect that's because of the amount of torque that this car has. So, you know, when you press that accelerator, it really grips the road. So I don't know if that's the same kind of issue you have with gas cars, but definitely there was a tread difference between the two. Not significant where it was like, oh my god, I need new tires. Some of you might be asking how much the service cost. Well, it was amazing. It was $40 Canadian. This particular Mazda dealership in this area is going to be specializing in more and more Tesla services, so that's pretty exciting, especially because the closest service station, like I said, is 3 hours away up in Kitchener. It's kind of far.
Yes, I could hire out the Tesla mobile service, but you know, to spend $90 to $100 just to get my tires rotated when I can drive 5 minutes away. The team was great. The whole experience was fantastic. Again, kudos to the team over at Mazda Windsor. I guess the thing you want to take out of this video is to please ensure the safety of that battery. Make sure you have those pucks. Don't just jack up the car on normal jacks, because you will puncture that under frame and the battery, and you'll cause some significant damage. And that's it. So as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this information, and until next time, enjoy driving your Tesla.